Did you know that there are techniques, once kept hidden, that will allow you to harness unseen energies, shift your awareness to entirely new dimensions, and even solve complex problems effortlessly? In this video, we're going to dive into a set of powerful methods once hidden in classified government research that are designed to increase your energy, enhance your perception, and even let you see things far beyond your physical surroundings through processes such as remote viewing. They come directly from a document developed by the Monroe Institute in collaboration with government programs exploring consciousness, energy, and the nature of reality. Before we jump in, I want to emphasize something important. This is a step-by-step journey. Each method builds upon the last, unlocking new layers of awareness, energy, and the power within you. So if you want to experience the full potential of these exercises, it's essential to follow them in sequence as given here. Throughout this video, I'll guide you through each technique, explain how it works, and help you tap into your own energy field for real, tangible changes. By the end, you'll be able to effortlessly access altered states of awareness and unlock powerful energy within yourself. So if you're ready to go into a dynamic inner exploration, get comfortable, listen closely, and let's begin. The first part of these techniques is a bit of a warm-up, and it's actually called First Affirmation. It's designed to set the intention for your experience, protect your energy, and open the door to expanded awareness. Here's exactly how it's written in the document. I am more than my physical body. Because I am more than physical matter, I can perceive that which is greater than the physical world. Therefore, in these exercises, I deeply desire to expand, to experience, to know, to understand, to control, to use such greater energies and energy systems as may be beneficial and constructive to me and to those who follow me. Also, during these exercises, I deeply desire the help and cooperation, the assistance, the understanding of those individuals whose wisdom, development, and experience is equal or greater than my own. I ask their guidance and protection from any influence or any source that might provide me with less than my stated desires. I now protect myself as may be needed from such influence and reject any source that may restrain me from my stated desires. This affirmation is simple but powerful and full of intent. The key here is not just to say the words, but to feel them. It's about consciously deciding what kind of energies and influences you're willing to engage with, and a reminder that you're in control of the experience. I recommend saying this affirmation slowly, either out loud or in your mind, before starting any of the exercises that we're going to cover. You will also receive instructions to repeat this at a different time for the breathing exercise that will be given in just a moment. And when you're using this affirmation, don't just repeat it, really try to embody the intention behind each word. Next, we have the second affirmation, which builds on the first by adding a layer of control over communication with external energies. This one goes like this. I open this channel of communication only to those whose knowledge, wisdom, development, and experience is equal or greater than my own. I restrict such contact and communication to constructive purposes and reject all others. I open such channels only when I so consciously desire. At all other times, it will remain closed. This affirmation is about boundaries. It's easy to get excited about exploring new states of consciousness, but again, intention is everything. You want to establish clear boundaries for your consciousness and your energy so that you remain in control of the experience and guide it in a positive way. I recommend repeating this affirmation right after the first one, as it reinforces the intention to only engage with energies that are aligned with your highest good. It also emphasizes that you're in charge of when the connection happens. Once you've set your intentions, the next step is to prepare your body and your mind through the Resonant Breathing exercise. Here's how this is described in the document. Inhale deeply, pulling in energy from all parts of your physical body, up to and into your head. Hold your breath for a comfortable length of time, eventually holding it to the count of 10. Swirling the energy around your brain. Then exhale slowly through your mouth as though you were slowly and easily blowing out a candle. At the same time, imagine that you are expelling stale, used-up energy through the bottoms of your feet. After the first inhale-exhale, your brain is filled with new, fresh energy. On the second inhale, bring the new, fresh energy to your upper chest and arms, and exhale the stale, used-up energy from the abdomen down. On the third, bring the new energy to the abdomen. On the fourth, to the pelvic region, to the thighs and the knees on the fifth, and on the sixth to the lower legs and feet. It's as if we are filling an inverted jar full of new, fresh energy in 6 steps. Place all your problems and distractions in the security repository box. Say the affirmation while bringing back your strong desire to expand yourself and explore, know, and understand, control, and use the non-physical energies most beneficial for you and those around you. As in all affirmations, the words mean nothing without the feeling. So this exercise is about your energy flow. Creating this type of flow of energy helps recharge and realign your inner state, aligning you with a sense of clarity and calm. It's a way to let go of tension and stagnant energy and ground you into a more centered state with fresh, new positive energy. This part of the document also mentions placing all of your problems and distractions in something called the security repository box after completing this breathing exercise. This is a visualization technique where you mentally store any thoughts, emotions, or worries that might interfere with your focus. Think of it as a safe container where you can temporarily lock away anything disruptive, allowing your mind to remain clear and fully engaged during the exercise. There's a technique given later in the document for dealing with these concerns, and we will go over that in a few moments. You can repeat this breathing process several times, and by the end of this exercise, you should feel lighter, clearer, and more energized. It's a simple but powerful way to prepare yourself for the deeper work ahead. Once you've completed the preparatory steps, the next technique involves reaching what's called Focus 10, which refers to a state of body asleep, mind awake, from what is referred to as consciousness number 1, which is simply our normal, everyday waking state of awareness, where we are fully alert and engaged with the physical world around us. Here's how the document explains it. Relax deeply in a lying down or sitting down position. Feel yourself drifting into deep relaxation. When you can drift down no more, say to yourself on an exhale, 2. Notice that you drift down a little more. If you do not, wait until you do. Then say 3, and so on until you reach 10. 10 may not feel the same each time, or even feel that it is the same depth each time. If you are dissatisfied with the level of relaxation at your 10, start again with 5, or even 2. Some find it helpful to associate the numbers with body parts and relax the body in an orderly sequence from head to foot or foot to head. Eventually, however, you will find this is unnecessary. This technique is designed to guide you into a deeply relaxed state while keeping your mind alert, basically an alpha wave state. The counting helps anchor your awareness while gradually deepening the relaxation. The key is to listen to your body and go at your own pace. Once you've reached Focus 10, the next step is knowing how to return to your normal waking state, which is referred to as consciousness number 1. This document gives 2 super simple ways to do that. And don't worry, we're about to get into some really fun energy work. But first, here's how the return process is described in the document. Count slowly in your mind from 10 to 1. Pretty simple. This counting method helps ease your transition back into full physical awareness. Take your time with each number, noticing how your awareness gently shifts as you move from a deeply relaxed state back to full consciousness. If at any point during the exercises you feel the need to return quickly, whether due to discomfort or urgency, there's also an emergency method, and here's how that's outlined. Think of any part of your physical body and move that physical part. Finger, foot, tongue, etc. This immediate physical action anchors your awareness back in the physical world, ensuring a quick and safe return to normal consciousness. The next technique introduces something called the Energy Bar Tool, or the EBT. This is a mental construct designed to stimulate and focus non-physical energy, and you'll find that this tool is something that you use a lot with this type of energy work. Here's how the document explains it. Visualize or think of a dot of light. Expand it into a bar, charging it with brilliant white energy. Practice working with it by giving it different bright colors, making it go on and off at different speeds. The purpose of the EBT is to stimulate and focus non-physical energies. So this tool acts as an extension of your own energy field, allowing you to direct energy with precision. Over time, this practice can greatly enhance your ability to manipulate and direct energy during more advanced exercises. You'll be able to focus energy on a specific part of your body for healing, to clear your energy field, or even to enhance your perception during exercises. You can think of it as a flexible, customizable tool that grows stronger with practice. And it's actually quite fun to work with. Next, we're moving on to the Living Body Map, or the LBM. This technique is designed to help you visualize and work with different systems of your physical body. Here's how the document describes it. Go to Focus 10. Then create a silhouette in the form of the physical body in bright white lines. Change the colors of the lines of the form to represent the following physical areas: blue, nervous system; red, circulatory system; orange, muscle and bone structures; yellow, organs and glandular system; white, composite of all systems in the body. After doing this, place the LBM over your body and in turn, look for any dim or flickering areas from the different systems. Charge these weak places with your EBT using bright purple healing energy. The Living Body Map helps you identify areas in your body where energy might feel weak or imbalanced. By getting into the relaxed but mentally alert state and visualizing different systems in various colors, you can create a detailed mental image of your body's energy flow. Once you spot any dim or flickering areas, you simply use your energy bar tool to direct bright, purple healing energy toward those places, recharging and balancing them. Take your time doing this, and remember that as you practice it more, you'll get better at it. Once you've worked with your Living Body Map, the next step is cleansing your Emotional Body Map, or the EBM. This technique will help you balance and cleanse emotional energy. The document describes it as follows. Located behind the LBM, finer and thinner than the LBM. Use bright purple energy from the EBT to charge any parts which are dim and flickering. Look for any parts which are unusually bright. Use the EBT and its purple healing, cleansing, and recharging energy to equalize and balance, making the EBM evenly bright, calm, strong, and serene. This exercise is designed to promote emotional well-being by identifying imbalances in your emotional field. Once again, your energy bar tool becomes an essential tool for clearing and balancing your energy. Again, take your time with this step. Visualize the purple energy flowing evenly, creating a calm and harmonious emotional state. By balancing your emotional body map, you'll not only feel more at peace, but also enhance your overall ability to navigate altered states of consciousness. Now let's get into some really fun stuff, namely remote viewing. This involves perceiving distant events or people. This technique uses the energy bar tool once again to bridge the gap between you and the target that you wish to perceive, and it's actually quite simple to do. Here's how it's explained in the document. Go to F10, charge EBT with bright, fresh new energy. Place one end of EBT close to your center of consciousness. With that end still close to you, stretch your EBT out until the other end is at the person or event that you wish to perceive. Then let the energy from the far end of your EBT flow through the bar and into your conscious awareness. With practice, this becomes an excellent method for distant viewing and for sending messages to another person. This method highlights the importance of both focus and intent. As stated here, the key is to visualize one end of the bar near your center of consciousness, while extending the other end toward the target. Once connected, just allow impressions to flow naturally without trying to force them. With practice, this simple technique can become a reliable way to remote view distant locations, events, and even communicate with others energetically. And I've used this technique quite successfully in my own life. Now let's move on to Focus 12, a state of expanded awareness where your mind becomes more alert in a unique way. Here's how the document describes this process. When you have reached a stable and deep level of Focus 10, you will find yourself beginning to get the charged feeling of Focus 12. The mind becomes more awake, but in a different way. When you feel this beginning to happen, say 11. After a while, as the feeling strengthens, say 12. You will notice that the state becomes stronger and stronger. The more you exercise, the stronger the state becomes. If you find that it does not naturally come out of Focus 10, then you need to exercise the Focus 10 level more. Focus 10 is the key to the whole system. To return from Focus 12, simply put out the desire to come back and slowly count from 12 to 10, and then from 10 to 1. The key with this process is gradual progression. First by stabilizing Focus 10, then by recognizing when your awareness begins to expand naturally. As the sensation intensifies, you'll transition into Focus 12 by saying the numbers aloud or in your mind. And when you're ready to return, simply set the intention to come back and count down slowly from 12 to 1. With regular practice, you'll find it easier to access this heightened state of awareness and maintain it for longer periods of time. Once you've mastered entering Focus 12, you can begin using this expanded state for problem solving and receiving answers to specific questions. Here's the method outlined in the document. In Consciousness 1, think of a specific problem or question. The more specific you are, the better. Then go to Focus 12. Concentrate on the problem or question and your desire for an answer. Then release the concentration and notice visual images, words, sensations, or thought forms that come. The key to this process is specificity. Clearly defining the problem or question beforehand makes it easier to receive meaningful impressions. Once you're in Focus 12, concentrate briefly on the issue and then let go of the focus and relax into it while allowing any impressions to form naturally. Be open to whatever comes without judgment. And then after the session, take time to record what you experienced. Over time, you'll begin to notice patterns and deeper insights emerging. Next, we'll explore the Focus 12 clock exercise, which is designed to enhance your spatial orientation and perceptual abilities, or how you learn to move the energy of your conscious awareness around. Here's how the document describes it. Go to F12 and imagine a clock with your consciousness in its center, the 3 to your right and the 9 to the left, etc. Send your consciousness in the various directions indicated by the numbers on the face of the clock. Then, swivel the clock 90 degrees so that the 3 is in front of you, the 9 behind you, etc. Continue exploration, guiding again by the numbers on the clock. Observe closely what you perceive at each point. Practicing this exercise will help you expand your awareness in different directions, both horizontally and vertically. By imagining yourself at the center of a clock and exploring each number as a distant direction, you'll develop a stronger sense of spatial awareness. This exercise can be a powerful tool for enhancing perception and orientation while in altered states of consciousness. Next is creating the resonant energy balloon, or reball. This is a powerful exercise for building a protective, flowing energy field around yourself, and here's how the document describes this. Go to Focus 10 and inhale deeply, bringing energy in and up from all parts of your body. Hold your breath for a fairly long but comfortable period, count of 10. Then exhale the energy down to your toes, as though softly blowing out a candle. Breathe normally. Repeat the process, and as you exhale each time, round the angle of the energy more and more as you build your energy balloon. See and feel the energy swirling around you as you exhale down and around. Do this about 8 to 10 times. Then start the flow from the right to the left. Inhale, bringing energy in from the right. Hold breath, then exhale slowly, flowing energy to the left. Breathe normally. Each time, let the energy go rounder, forming a round ball, a protective floating ball. Perceive and observe the flowing energy in your resonant energy balloon all around you. It protects you and lets you float inside it. Now inhaling in and out, expel energy into all the spaces in your energy balloon, filling it with bright light and also making it lighter so that it floats easier and better. When you have finished using your reball, let it move inward. Let it reabsorb itself into you. This exercise helps you create a dynamic energy field that enhances your ability to float and expand your awareness. Once you've built your reball, you can use it for various advanced exercises, which we will go through now. The next steps are titled Second State Exercises with your reball, which involve floating upward into higher, lighter, expanded states of being. Here's how the document outlines this process. Create reball while in focus 10. When the balloon has become very light, let it carry you upward. You should not have to strain for this sensation, nor do you have to think of it as taking you upward in this physical matter reality. It should take you upward naturally into a lighter, expanded state of being. Whether you want to float upward in a horizontal or vertical position inside the protective shields of the balloon is up to you, but let it carry you upward easily and naturally. After you float up a short distance, stop and observe. Perceive what is around you. Float downwards back to where you began. Repeat this 4 more times, floating up to a higher point each time, always observing and perceiving. At the end of the exercise, come back to where you began and let your reball move inward, reabsorbing itself back into yourself. The goal is to allow the reball to lift you effortlessly into a heightened state of perception. Each time you float upward, observe any impressions or sensations that arise. This helps deepen your experience and expands your conscious awareness beyond any constraints it may have adopted during your lifetime. Next is the free movement exercises, which are designed to help you practice leaving your physical body using your resonant energy balloon. Here are the suggestions described in the document. Create reball while in focus 10. Then practice with the following exercises. Rolling out like a log rolling in water, going up like a stiff pole, backing away from the body, going out the head like a gas, floating up above the physical body. Reabsorb reball when finished. These exercises will help you practice different methods of detaching from your physical body. Try each approach and see which one feels most natural to you. And remember to always reabsorb your reball when you're finished. Now we'll move on to making desired pattern changes in your life. In Focus 12, you can create and project desired patterns to bring about real changes in your life. In other words, this process will help you manifest your desires intentionally, and it's actually quite fun to do. The document describes the process as follows. Go to Focus 12 and visualize, think about, and experience the following. Think of and build carefully in your mind the pattern or position you desire. Release such thought pattern and move it strongly out into all areas of your expanded awareness. Let it flow into the farthest points of such awareness. It will begin immediately to form and develop, and will continue to do so until it's a complete reality, provided such pattern is constructive and beneficial to the purpose of the total selves within such pattern or position. The key to this step is clarity and intent. Clearly visualize the outcome you desire, then visualize releasing it into your expanded awareness. The document uses the word strongly, so imagine putting some power behind it. And then just trust that it will begin to take shape and manifest, because your conscious awareness is the creative power, and because you've directed this energy out into the field as a real thing. Next is the energy balance exercise, which involves using your EBT to cleanse and recharge your energy systems. Here's how the document explains it. Go to Focus 10 and use bright purple healing energy from your EBT on your LBM and EBM for healing, cleansing, and recharging. After doing this, take your problems out of your repository box about which you can do something. Cleanse away any negative emotional energy from them by applying soothing, cool energy from your EBT. Once again, for reference, the LBM is your living body map, the EBM is your emotional body map, and the EBT is your energy bar tool. Keeping that in mind, this exercise helps you maintain energetic balance and emotional clarity. Once you've cleansed and recharged your energy in the bodies, you can then address any problems that you place in your security repository box with your healing purple energy that you can easily create at will with your conscious awareness. Now let's cover how to conclude each exercise properly, which also includes the concerns that you placed in the repository box. The document outlines the following steps. Take problems out of the repository box. Cleanse them of all excess and harmful emotional charge by using the calming, cleansing green energy from your EBT. Count back to C1. Sit up. Stretch your arms and legs. Breathe deeply several times, then slowly get up. Then immediately write down your experiences in this workbook. By concluding each exercise in this way, you ensure all excess emotional charge is removed from these concerns, as well as create a smooth return to your normal waking state. Don't forget to record your experiences immediately afterward, as this helps reinforce your progress and track your development over time. Now let's briefly go over the daily tools for physical life that are offered at the end of this workbook, which are actually quite powerful and simple to implement, so they don't need a lot of explanation. To go into normal, natural, restful sleep, lie down in a comfortable position, breathe deeply 5 times, and count from 1 to 20. Before you reach the count of 20, you will go into a normal, restful sleep. To remember any part of your life experience, close your eyes and touch softly the fingers of your right hand to the center of your forehead. When you do this, you recall and remember immediately that which you consciously desire. To reduce pain signals, look with your closed eyes at that part of your body which is the source of pain signals. As you look, repeat in your mind the number 55515. When you do these two things, the pain signals will slowly reduce until they are no longer important. To reduce emotional charge, close your eyes, inhale deeply, hold breath for a moment. Then think of the calming, cleansing color green. When you do this, exhale slowly, and the green energy will push all excess and harmful emotional charges down through your physical system and out through the soles of your feet. To charge the body for great speed and strength, close your eyes, inhale deeply, think of the physical act to be performed and the strong energy of red. As you exhale, open your eyes and perform the act you wish to accomplish. To receive fresh new energy for your total system, close your eyes, extend your physical hands outward, palms up, then inhale deeply and hold your breath for a moment. Think of a radiant, pure white energy focused from above and centering down upon the palms of your hands, then flowing up through your arms and spreading throughout your total self. Exhale. To balance any part of the body, close your eyes, inhale deeply and hold breath for a moment. Think of the healing, cool energy of purple, and look with your closed eyes at that part of your body which requires help. Send the flow of purple energy to it, saying in your mind to the part, heal, balance. Then exhale and open eyes. There are a few more pages of this document that go into a little more depth on how to use some of these tools, and you can easily find this document freely online with a search. Some of you may even already be familiar with these processes, as they are from the Gateway Experience audio program, which was developed by the Monroe Institute to guide users into expanded states of consciousness. These methods offer a unique and powerful way to explore and enhance your conscious energy and change your life. And I encourage you to try them out and practice them and see how they work for you. Let me know in the comments about your experiences with either the audio program or the practices given here. What worked best for you, and any insights or changes that you noticed. I'd love to hear how these techniques have impacted your journey. And as always, when you share, it helps the collective consciousness grow.